You read the title. You saw the thumbnail. I am making an extremely bold take right now, but this is not clickbait. Recent studies have proven that there exists a stage objectively better than that of Heavenly Tower's Floor 30, despite it contradicting the wise words of Sir Lucas IV. And that stage, hear me out here, is none other than Red Passion's Expert. Red Passion's Expert, for those who may be unaware, is the second of 3 stages found within Growing Red, an event set of stages that appears every Wednesday, alongside it sometimes appearing during weekends or some other offense. Now, to be able to explain why Red Passion's Expert is such a fantastic stage, the stage has 4 unique enemies in it, and when you enter the stage, it immediately starts strong by sending out a Surseal, which serves the purpose of forcing a response out of the player. The Surseal is strong enough that the player must send at least some units out to defend it, which makes it a bit more difficult to stall for cash at the beginning. Though the Surseal himself still gives a fair 2.5 thousand cash, which can give you at least a quick boost in cash before encountering later enemies. Now, 3 more Surseals all spawn, with around 3 to 10 seconds in cooldown between one another, which is sure to give you some more cash before the boss of the stage spawns. While these Surseals are spawning, our next enemy also makes an appearance, being the BB Bunny, which spawns infinitely and acts mainly as a small squishy peon that gives slight cash to the player, kind of. It's just there. Not too important. At this point, there will also become infinite Surseal spawning, so these ones respawn every 20 to 30 seconds. So you still need to manage your cash wisely, or else you'll be broke. And now, the player reaches the base, where the stage's true test begins. With 600,000 health, you're sure to spend a while to kill him, especially considering the fact that this is an early game stage. He also has over 13,000 damage and about the same DPS, which can shred through your defenses if you're unprepared. Hitting the base also sends out 2 other waves of enemies, with that being another infinite wave of BB Bunnies, and, more importantly, 2 800% magnification One-Horns. The One-Horns have 120,000 health each, which means that they will require a good beating to kill. The One-Horns don't just act as an enemy, however, as they can actually be used to your advantage as well. They drop nearly 10,000 cash each, which can be the difference between life and death, especially considering how much money you're going to be spending to defend against the attack of JK Bun Bun. If you can manage to survive all of that and kill JK Bun Bun, you have practically won the stage, making this a quick but cleverly made stage. And now sure, this sounds like a decent stage so far, but nothing to the likes of Floor 30, right? Well, there is one key factor you have likely neglected to pay any attention to thus far, and that would be the stage's rewards. The only reason why any Battlecast player is really gonna play a stage is for the rewards that the stage can give. And this right here is why Red Passion's Expert is so much better than Floor 30. Taking a look at Floor 30, the stage previously proclaimed by Lucas IV as the best stage, has 2 distinct rewards to it. The first reward is 3 golden cat tickets, so it is a one-time reward per Heavenly Tower is active, which means that it doesn't give the stage any useful replayability either, which is a huge losing factor as well. The other, more well-known reward is a unit known as Hermit Cat. Now, to understand whether Hermit Cat is a good reward or not, we must compare him to other units that the user is meant to have by this point in the game. Hermit Cat's main use is, of course, with his signature wave attacks, though I do not remember any other wave attackers that the player has by this point in the game. So instead, I'm going to compare him to a commonly used Surge unit, and Surges are basically the same thing as waves. And so let's just compare Hermit to Dazzly. Hermit has only nearly 3,000 DPS at level 30, while at the standing range of 255. Adding on the wave attacks, you can get around 6,000 DPS. As well, yes, you can technically get more waves, but realistically, this guy's not going to hit more than 1 attack at a time, okay? Now, compare this to Dazzly, who has an effective 12,000 DPS and 400 standing range at level 30. I say 12,000 effective DPS, as this is only if her surge lands all 3 hits. But obviously she will hit every attack every time, because she's Dazzly. Comparing these 2 units is night and day, as clearly Dazzly outperforms Hermit Cat so much. Alongside Dazzly also having a crap ton of immunities and the curse ability against every trait, it is very clear that this reward from floor 30 is practically useless. And now, back to the rewards of Red Passion's Expert. There are 3 rewards you can get, which are all actually useful to the player. These rewards are Red Cat Fruit Seeds, Red Cat Fruits, and Epic Cat Fruits. As for the Epic Cat Fruits, I'm going to go more in depth with that part later, but for now you only need to pay attention to the Red Cat Fruit and Red Cat Fruit Seeds. Both of these are used in true forming many of the units found from the Rare Capsule. Yeah, not Rare Cat Capsule. For some reason, it has been changed to remove the word cat from its name, but I digress. And as such, Red Cat Fruits and Red Cat Fruit Seeds are an insanely important resource for the player to grind, which makes Red Passion's Expert a stage way more worth the player's time than that of floor 30. Oh yeah! And speaking of grinding, that's what makes this stage truly amazing. All Battlecats players really care for in this stage is how grindable it is. And that makes Red Passion's Expert's simple stage design so great. What player is ever going to want to grind in a long stage that makes you actually have to make a bunch of unique, split-second decisions just to beat it once? That's blasphemy. Obviously, all players wish for a stage that you can turn your brain off to beat over and over again, which is exactly what Red Passion's Extreme is. This stage is truly peak Battlecats for me. This stage single-handedly makes Wednesday the most exciting day of the week for me, as it means I get to play this stage again after a grueling week of no Red Passion's Extreme. But wait, I hear what you may be thinking. Oh, person who's making this video but I not know the name of because I am new to his channel. How come you have chosen this stage as better than the other 2 stages in Growing Red? Aren't those ones even more brain dead to play than Red Passion's Experts? Well, that would be a fair point, if not for drop chances existing. You see, Red Passion's Expert actually has the most equal chances for dropping either a fruit or a seed, both of which being nearly 50% each to drop, while the other 2 stages have one drop at 30% and the other at 60%. Now the problem with this, not only are these chances far less equal, but both the first and last stages have around a 10% chance of not giving you any rewards at all. Red Passion's Expert, on the other hand, has a guaranteed chance to drop at least some reward. And with it also having equal chances for both the seed and fruit, you're likely to get whichever one you need. I do say around 50% though, as there still is a 1.5% chance for one other reward from Red Passion's Expert, which is the Epic Cat Fruit. While this is a very useful reward, allowing you to true form both the super rares and uber super rares, this is still too inconsistent of a drop to be able to rely on. Though, this is not the only way that Red Passion's Expert can give Epic Cat Fruits, as it also has a continuation stage. Yeah, that's right. This stage will sometimes give you a bonus grinding stage. More specifically, the stage is called Cat Fruit Jubilee. And while I'm not going to go too in depth with this stage today, I will say that getting an extra stage for grinding even more materials completely free of any energy just adds to the greatness that is Red Passion's Expert. And so, in conclusion, just know that Lucas IV is a dirty liar, stating that floor 30 is the best stage. Oh, how he just loves spreading misinformation on the internet. I hope that you have learned today what really makes a stage good. Not this whole thing about a stage being unique to play, but rather the real fun is getting to grind the same stage over and over again. While Lucas IV is going to be all heavenly for that old tower, I am sure that my red passions are going to be truly expert for the Battlecast's true greatest stage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.